Hello. Before we get into my presentation video about my persuasion speech, I want to let y'all know, as the reason why I chose this topic, the reason why I wrote this speech, because I noticed in the world around me, every time I go out to a cafe or class or even with my friends, I am surrounded with others, but by others. But instead of talking, everyone is glued to the screen. I realized I was doing the same thing, scrolling instead of engaging, sending emojis instead of making eye contact. It made me wonder, what is this constant use of technology doing to us? Just as an individual, not just not just as an individual, but as society. Let me dig into the question. Let me dig into a research I found from psychological and communicative scholars that confirm what I suspected. Heavy social media use is linked with weaker face-to-face communication skills, human skills, and feels anxiety and a healthy comparison. When I came across newer work of artificial intelligence, like tools like ChatGPT, image generators can be useful, but they tempt us to outsource our creativity. One IMT study even showed that students who use AI to help with producing work faster, like I'm going to talk in my speech, it dropped their originality to significant levels. When I put two things together, social media taken away. When I put two things together, social media taken away from authentic connections, and AI stuffing ourselves, our ability to be original, ability of creativity. I realize this isn't just about individual problems; it's about generational challenges. How we use these tools today will shape the kind of thinkers or creators, leaders we will become tomorrow. That's why I decided to write this speech. I'm not demonizing technologies. I'm like everyone else. I rely on it every day, just like y'all. But I just believe we need to intentional be how we use it. My goal is to show you both the risk and the positives so we can make smart choices together and protect our social skills, our originalities, instead of giving away to algorithms. Now, that's what my speech is going to be about. Now, thank you for listening to those who are listening to this pre-speech now. Let's get into the main speech with a real audience time. Today, y'all, I want to talk about a speech titled How Social Media and Artificial Intelligence Undermine Social Skills and Creativity. To persuade y'all, my audience, that excessive reliance on social media and artificial intelligence negatively impacts our social skills and creativity, and to encourage y'all to adopt a healthier and more mindful habit in how y'all use technology. While social media and artificial intelligence promises convenience and connection, they erode essential human ability with our capacity for authentic social interactions and stifling creativity. By recognizing these harms, we can choose to use technology in ways that preserve and strengthen rather than replace our potential. Imagine walking into a cafe and every table is full, but instead of talking to one another, every single person is staring at their phones. Conversations are replaced with scrolling, smiling, with emojis, and creativity with an algorithm driven by suggestion. While technology connects us in unprecedented ways, social media and artificial intelligence are quietly undermining two of our most valuable human traits, our social skills and our creativity. Whether you are a student, a professional, or a parent, your future success and happiness depends on your ability to connect with others meaningfully and think creatively. If technology erodes these abilities, it impacts not only our individuals, but also society. I'm not here to demonize technology. I use it daily, as well we all do. But I reviewed research from psychology, education, communication scholars who show troubling patterns in these tools who shape our lives. Today, I will show you one, how social media damages authentic skills, two, artificial intelligence discourages human creativity, and three, how we can take practical steps to preserving our abilities while benefiting from technology. Let's begin by examining how social media impacts the ways we interact with others. Let's begin by examining how social media impacts the way we interact with others. Social media undermines social skills. Superficial interaction studies show that heavy social media use is linked with weaker to face-to-face communication skills from Tweed and Campbell 2018 research. Eye contact, empathy, and active listening decline when most conversations happen through text. Comparison culture anxiety. Constant exposure to curated images foster unhealthy comparisons from a 2022 study found that teens who spend more time on their social media experience lower self-esteem and higher anxiety. Social anxiety. Instead of building confidence through authentic interaction, young people learn to measure themselves against unrealistic standards. Lost empathy. Face-to-face conversation train us to read tone, body, language, and emotions. Online, these keys are stripped away. Over time, this weakens our empathy, the foundation of a real relationship. If social media affects how we connect, artificial intelligence affects how we create. Artificial intelligence starts creativity. AI is a shortcut. Tools like ChatGPT, image generators, and auto-complete save time, but they also tempt us to outsource our thinking. A 2023 MIT study found that students who use AI to complete creative writing tasks produce faster work, but their originality score dropped compared to those who work independently. Homogenization of ideas. AI learns by analyzing past creative creations. That means it outputs often reproduce what's already existed rather than inventing something new. AI learns overrides risk producing a generation of ideas that sound all the same. Loss of problem solving skills. Creativity is not just about art, it's about solving problems in unique ways. When AI provides instant answers, we skip the messy but essential process of trial and error that builds problem-solving resilience. So, if social media dulls our social skills and AI weakens our creativity, what can we do? Solutions. Preserving human connections and creativity. Mindful use of technology use. Limit passive scrolling by setting time cap. Replace 30 minutes of social media with one real daily conversation. Practice digital fasting by setting aside tech-free time like during meals or before bed. Active creativity over consumption. Use AI as a tool, not as a replacement. For example, let AI generate prompt, but let develop your own original work from them. Challenge yourself with creative activity, offline journalism, painting, brainstorming, learning on algorithms, education awareness. Schools and workplaces should teach digital literacy, not just technical skills, but awareness of how technology shapes behavior. As an ethical persuasion suggests, I'm not asking you to abandon technology, but to make an informed, intentional choices that keep you in control. We see that social media underlines authentic social skills, AI stifles human creativity, and that we have practical steps to protect these abilities. Although social media and artificial intelligence offers benefit, their overuse ultimately diminishes our ability to connect authentically and think creatively. The true challenge is not rejecting technology, but learning to use it wisely so that it strengthens rather than replaces. The skill that makes us uniquely human. The next time you're tempted to scroll endlessly or let AI do the thinking for the thinking, pause and ask, am I growing or am I outsourcing my humanity? Technology should be a servant, not our master. If we're mindful, we can use these tools to enhance, not replace the very quality that makes us humans. Throughout this speech, I just wanted to demonstrate my credibility with my research, my honest about technology use vivid imagery of the captivating stories of social media, so the social media exciting to call to reclaim our human connection. Evidence from the 2023 study MIT acknowledges both benefits and research benefits and risks, didn't argue why harms outweigh them. I just want to encourage y'all as my audience. The autonomy of the final choice remains y'all's. Now I want to give credit to the information I use. The MIT Sloan School of Management 2023 study, Tweed and Campbell 2018 study, and finally, Vagberg PM measured in 2022 study. Now, I want to thank y'all for listening to my speech, and I hope y'all have a good day.